Hello my friends, thanks for tuning in. This is Ian talking to you on Wednesday, I think. Is it Wednesday today? I think it's something like the 9th of July. Hello there, how are you doing? We haven't done one of these for a couple of weeks, so I thought I should do one. I've had a few bits and pieces happening over the last couple of weeks. This is, by the way, before I start anything else, this is Ian. Hello there, how are you doing? I do a podcast now and again to do with my book, Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds, which is still available on Amazon. I talk about things that are either in the book or if I've been doing exciting things in the last few days, I talk about that. So this week we're going to talk about what I've been doing and what's coming up. Last Wednesday evening, I went to the Grove pub in Huddersfield and did a stand-up comedy set, and then I got a taxi there. I found it on the internet. I got a taxi there and a taxi back that had a tailgate that it was a bit easier than having to fold the wheelchair up. Apparently, because I always go on fairly early on, apparently later on in the evening, there was someone heckling and caused a bit of kerfuffle. It was all on the WhatsApp, on the Facebook talk later on, and then days later there was videos on the Facebook as well. That went well, and then on Saturday I was at the Castle Inn in Cawood. I had organised it a few weeks ago for one of my PAs to take me, and that went really, really well. The guy gave me £10. I don't know if that was for doing it or for travel expenses, but it was very well welcomed. Even so. We were on about third or fourth, and it went really well. And next, if we go there again, maybe it's next time we might have some food, because they served food, and obviously we'd all both eaten. But it was still a really good night. Now what's coming up in a couple of weeks' time, in about 3 weeks on Sunday, I'm going to Edinburgh to the Fringe. Last 3 years I've been to the Fringe. I may have mentioned this on the podcast last year, I'm not sure. Me and a friend went to the Fringe over the last 3 years, and in the book I had put that one of my ambitions was to go to the Fringe. Another ambition was to either do a comedy tour or to perform at the Fringe, or both. I kind of classed doing this as between comedy and radio, doing the podcast Although hopefully you find me funny, I don't know. But yeah, so on one of these, a bit of a tip for you. One of the things when you're seeing shows at the Fringe, I came out of one, thought I can do it better than that, and luckily my friend doesn't hold me to things like that. But I started in about November, December, looking at webinars and things like that, information about going to the Fringe and booking venues and things. So I got an offer of a venue. I'm doing 3 days, the 5th, 6th and 7th. But unfortunately, because of my energy, to make sure I've got the energy, I've thought of doing it at lunchtime. So it's 12:30 till 1:30 at the Speakeasy in the Royal Scots Club. Tickets are available £8 and £6 for concessions. So please come if you're in Edinburgh on those dates. Please come up and see me. I'm writing a script at the minute, and then I'm going to, over the next couple of days, next few days, I'm gonna read it onto either my phone or my tablet or something like that, and then listen back to it, because I feel if I listen back to things rather than reading them all the time, it goes in better. I remember it better. So that is the plan. I've got, and unfortunately my friend's wife isn't very well, so unfortunately I'm going up on my own. He may get up for an odd evening, an odd day, he has said, but if he doesn't, I will be there on my own for the week. But my visions are getting there on the Sunday, going to see the venue, going back to my digs, then on the morning going from where I'm staying to the venue, and then after my show I might see if there's anything in the Royal Scots Club worth seeing before I go back to where I'm staying. I may do that. Going to Edinburgh, not seeing a show, it's nearly as bad as what I did going to Vegas and not having a bet. Although I had been skiing before and after when I went skiing in America. But that's a story for another day, is that. But yeah, so I'm staying in student halls. I did hear about prices for accommodation might be higher because Oasis is playing around there during that time. But I mean, they're high enough as it is with being the Fringe. We'll just see. But yeah. Anyway, so if you're planning on going to Scotland, the 5th, 6th, and 7th of August, please come and see me. But anyway, for now, I'll see if I can do another podcast before then. But if I don't, I'll tell you all about it when I get back. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll see you all next time. Okay then, thanks, cheers, bye.